Plumber. A plumber for Rourke Plumbing.
Did you say Rourke Plumbing? The plumber that puts customer satisfaction first? The plumber that guarantees the price before they start? The plumber that gives you a full year guarantee? All right, you can come in.
If you're looking for fast and dependable service at a guaranteed price, call Rourke Plumbing. They'll check out the problems and tell you what it'll cost before they start the job.
So, Mr. Feister, what do you do for a living? Are you a doctor?
No, I sit on the Supreme Court.
Oh, I thought you were wearing a bathrobe.
Well, I am.
Call Rourke Plumbing, 734-665-6369 or RourkePlumbing.com, RORKPlumbing.com.
It's finally here, the atmosphere you've been looking for to relax and celebrate with family and friends, and meet new friends too. It's Wines on Main in downtown Chelsea, right next door to the Mule Skinner Boot Shop. Select wine from their hand-picked wine list, showcasing boutique wines made at small family vineyards from all over the world. Enjoy a wine tasting at their welcoming wine bar, then take home a selection of wine and accessories for gifts and upcoming events throughout the season. Shop for artwork from local artisans, paintings, pottery, glassware, paper crafts, and metal art. Get that special woman in your life a wine clutch and handmade bottle stopper, or a wooden bar set and deck of vintage playing cards for that guy you adore. If you can't decide, how about a gift certificate for the perfect choice? Join their Wines on Main wine club to get VIP specials and invites to upcoming events. It's new. It's what you've been looking for. The new wine bar and gift shop, Wines on Main, right next door to the Mule Skinner Boot Shop in beautiful downtown Chelsea. See you soon. Cheers.
Get ready to roll. It's Firekeepers Bankroll Giveaway, Saturday, September 30th. 13 winners will share up to $170,000 in cash and prizes, with a guaranteed grand prize of $25,000 cash and a chance to roll your way to $50K. Every 2 hours starting at 2 p.m., 3 players will each win $5,000 in Red Hot credits, then roll to win even more, up to $5,000 cash. And at 10 p.m., it's the grand prize, $25,000 cash guaranteed, with a chance to win an additional $25,000. Earn entries every day for the bankroll giveaway on September 30th. That's excitement you can bank on. Firekeepers, the best promotions, the biggest guaranteed prizes. Get ready, get set, get your Vegas on. I-94 to exit 104 in Battle Creek. FirekeepersCasino.com. Management reserves all rights.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
And welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. Joining me in studio, Ipsy Ed Bonderenka.
Hey, thanks for joining us to Catch Our Drift.
Yeah. And thanks to Dan for filling in today.
Yes,
God bless
Dan.
him. He's working hard over there trying to remember how to do all those things that get so complicated. over
Hardest
there.
working man in radio.
I always say I want to
moment.
come in on Not My Show and learn to do that over there because it would be kind of fun, I think.
Oh, during the week, I pot up, which is, you push up the knob and you talk for 2 minutes and then you shut up.
Right.
Every half hour.
Yeah. Now, I listen to you every morning, Dan, so
you know what I sound like before I've had my coffee at 6:03.
Yes.
My voice at 6:03 sounds like this.
yeah. And I like it when your computer freezes up and you can't give me my traffic. That's the best.
Yeah. I kind of hate it when he misses that traffic jam on 94 eastbound that I'm in.
It's always westbound. Every morning you've got westbound 94, your typical backups, Michigan Avenue between Ypsilanti and Saline. You've got the backup on 23 that's been ongoing because of Whitmore Lake. And so it's like, man, I ought to just record that.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, what
Jimmy.
we do is talk about the news of the week on the Drift Radio Show. And let's take care of a little business. If you're looking for something to do tonight, Burroughs Roadhouse in West Brighton, 5311 Brighton Road. You can reach them, 810-227-6000. Starting in October, they're going to have dinner and dueling piano packages, which will be a lot of fun.
That does sound good.
It is a great atmosphere, one of the best. I think it's certainly a destination restaurant. And then tonight, which is Saturday, they have happy hour from 11 to 6. So that's a long happy hour, right? And then there's entertainment in the lounge at 8 p.m., 50 cents wings all day, which is a bargain. And here's my favorite, the $5 martinis tonight. So Saturdays, Burroughs, a good place. I think I'm actually going to go up there. So you might run into Gary at Burroughs. Ask for me when you get there, and maybe you'll see me, and you can come yell at me and tell me I'm a racist and a conservative and a complete whatever you want to call me. But if you go to thecurrentonline.com, there's also some coupons there. So check it out, COURANTonline.com. Burroughs, 810-227-6000. Okay, so let's go back to Jimmy, who I think is line 2.
Jimmy's just waiting for you, ready to go.
Okay, Jimmy, you there?
Hello?
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hello?
Okay, we're there. I didn't know if I had to hear that noise.
Yeah.
Now, I kept you ready to rock. You were solid.
Yeah. Okay, well, what I saw in this, these people had a very valid argument. This property was given to Illich and Quicken Loans to develop. It was owned by the city of Detroit. It was falling apart. It was garbage. It was not making any money. And they gave them a tax break for a few years after they gave it. Nobody's complaining about that. But they also gave them money to help them in the construction. And that's what the people...
Jimmy, you're breaking up on us. I think we're going to have you call back in. Are you there? Okay. Dan, I think we've lost Jimmy. Jimmy, call in, get a better line, and we'll move on. Okay. So anyways...
We know the direction he was going, right?
Yes.
Protests of Kid Rock because of the Confederate imagery.
Yeah, which I think is bunk, frankly, because I would have swore that he had given up using the Confederate flag years ago, and maybe he brought it back.
He did. Both. He gave it up and he brought it back, and I think it's a dumb thing for somebody who's running for senator from the state of Michigan. Hold on. Who has, he's going to call in. Joe has pointed out to us, you got to get at least 30% of the Detroit metropolitan area, which is primarily urban.
Yes.
That's the code for black.
Frankly, I don't even want to go into the discussion of Kid Rock, and it's not that I wouldn't support him if he did run. Until you file, shut up.
Well,
that's all I'm going to say, Kid Rock. I don't want to see any more tweets until you file. Otherwise, just shut up.
But we were talking about the protests.
I know. So... If he wants to bring, and I think, frankly, he only brought up the Confederate flag again because of all the crap that the liberals put up saying tear down the monuments, tear down Confederacy, whatever. He probably never would have brought it up again, but I think he's one of those guys that's like, you're going to make a fuss about it? Let me tell you how I'm going to make a fuss about it, right? But needless to say, I don't want to get into the discussion of Kid Rock running because you know what? He's sucking the air out of the room. Leave it alone. If you're serious, run and file. If not, shut up and sit down because you're not serious. We have a good candidate right now in the Republican Party, Supreme Court Justice, former Chief Justice, Bob Young. And knowing that, let's bring Joe on, line 1. Joe from Wyandotte, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, there's like 3 items of new news in the U.S. Senate race. And
Joe, we only got so much airtime.
You guys know I have a Facebook page. Thanks a lot, Debbie, to help retire Debbie, and I've banned any future talk of Kid Rock until he officially files too because of exactly what you said. He's sucking the oxygen out of the room of real contenders and serious people we need to be talking about while Kid Rock is not being serious. He can do some good, but he needs to be a little bit more serious about it. But the 3 items is first, Sandy Pinsler, a Grosse Pointe businessman, apparently announced he's going to go up to the Republican conference in Mackinac and float the idea of him running for U.S. Senate. And nobody really knows all that much about him other than his money. We don't really need another person in the race.
No, we don't. And that's why, Joe, and I'm like the biggest Kid Rock fan, right? Because I was asking him, I put my first feelers out to his people in February of 2015, not 16, 2015, and would love to see him run, but unless you're serious enough to actually file, shut up. File and then talk about running for office. Don't give me any more of this bull. Former Chief Justice Bob Young is the Republican candidate, and anyone who wants to try and compete with him right now should also just shut up and sit down. That's just me. I know it's a free country, but we have a great, great candidate. And what I was happy, Joe, and I know you were probably going to bring this up as point 2, Lena Epstein thinking about dropping out of that Senate race and now running for Dave Trott's position. Is that what you were going to bring up?
That's exactly point 2 that I was going to bring up, and I myself am encouraging her. I'm encouraging everyone else to encourage her. I publicly and have privately stated to her campaign that I will support her 100% for the Dave Trott seat over all comers if she will drop out. A newcomer to the House is fine. That is my general rule, though I do make exceptions, that somebody inexperienced like that and rough around the edges should go into the House, prove themselves, then if they're good, we move them to the Senate. I would make an exception for John James, but I want him to run in 2020 against Gary Peters. So there's that. I'm encouraging Lena to go for the Trott seat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. You know I'm not a Lena Epstein fan since the first time her name popped up here, right? But only because we have such a great Senate candidate. Come on, legislatively speaking, there is no better qualified person, period, than former Chief Justice of the Michigan Supreme Court, Bob Young Jr. There's no, it's people should just go, absolutely. Whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat, I'm going to send a guy to Washington who's going to abide by the Constitution, who's going to do what is best for the country and for the Constitution. It's Bob Young, period.
Yep, he's a proven conservative, a proven constitutionalist, a rule of law judge, former Chief Justice. He is infinitely and indisputably qualified. And the last thing was for Bob Young, he's got a great Facebook ad finally called Bow Tie Bad Bleep.
Yeah.
And the bleep being the A word for hindsight. Wonderful sense of humor, lighter side, while delivering a serious message.
All right, so hang tight, Joe. I think we actually have that. Dan, are you able to play that track, the Bob Young thing?
Should be able to. Is that the first one that you had me pull up here?
That's the one I emailed you.
That's the one from Ed.
Okay, let's see here.
Joe, we were going to play this thinking when you called we were going to play this and get your opinion. I'd like to critique it a little bit.
I just started watching it on Facebook, but then I got interrupted about halfway through to let you in the door, of course. Where was your third point, Joe? You had a third one, or did we cover all?
That was it.
That was it?
That is the third one, the bow tie ad.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Joe, do you play political fantasy league like some people play football league?
That's probably not a bad idea, actually.
So is that the one with Pamela Sharkey or thehill.com?
No, it's the one I emailed you. That says,
you don't have it. It's all right. Well, if you can pull it up after the third break. We've got to go into a third break anyways. So when we come back, I'll let you work with Dan on that during the break, and we'll see you all on the other side. And see you in a few minutes. 734-822-1600.
It's time now for Wham! Talk 1600's Community Calendar with Brandon Drake.
Teens Using Drugs, What to Know and What to Do is a free, ongoing two-part education series. The October 2017 series will be presented from 7:30 to 9 p.m. on Tuesday, October 3rd, which is Part 1, What to Know, and Tuesday, October 10th, Part 2, which is What to Do. Part 1 provides information on understanding substance abuse problems and recognizing signs that may indicate a young person is involved with alcohol or other drugs. Part 2 includes separate sessions for adults to learn what to do when adolescent substance abuse is suspected or identified, and for teens to explore their beliefs about and use of substances. Adults and teens also hear a talk by a young person in recovery from substance addiction. Programs are presented at the St. Joseph Mercy Hospital Education Center, 5305 Elliott Drive in Ypsilanti, in the exhibition room on the first floor. The series is free and open to the public. Parents, other family members, teens, students, and people who work with teens are all welcome, and families are encouraged to attend. For more information, call 734-485-8725 or visit dawnfarm.org. Do you know someone who is struggling with addiction? Do you need help educating your kids about the dangers of drug use? Narconon has been educating parents and kids on the dangers of drug abuse and rehabilitating those struggling with drug addiction for over 50 years. If you or someone you know is struggling with drug addiction, call today for free information and referrals. That phone number is 877-959-0098. Again,